Hello everyone, Bethany here with Atlantic Flag and Pole, and I just wanted to touch on a subject that we're hearing a lot about right now. That is essential employees. What does it mean to be essential versus non-essential? Well, this is something that our government officials are doing the work for us. They are letting us know if we are essential or not. And while I do understand there is a significant amount of pressure being placed on our governors, certainly on our president, on his staff, and on our governing officials all across the country, it's also a little unnerving to know that we're kind of at the mercy of what our local officials deem to be one way versus another. And I found an interesting article that is quoting Mike Rowe. If you're familiar with him, of course, he had a very popular show, Dirty Jobs. He's become very popular among conservatives, especially blue-collar workers, I think, particularly because of his work with Dirty Jobs. But I just wanted to share really quickly something that this is a quote from him in an article. He said, "Not to oversell it, but there's something tricky with the language going on here. Because with regard to an economy, I don't think there's any such thing as a non-essential worker." Now, when you look at the grand scheme of things, and we look at things at large here, it's a little windy out, you can see where he's coming from, because we all play a very important role in the economy. Every single worker is a contributing member to the economy of our nation. And it is really difficult to really determine who is and who is not essential. So we've got doctors and people on the front lines, which I think we can all agree are absolutely essential given this situation. But then you've got my husband, who, while I'm very thankful he still has work, he's a manufacturing engineer who works for a pool company. And that company produces pool liners, products necessary for a pool. And they were deemed essential somehow, somewhere. Apparently they found a loophole. And again, I'm thankful that he's working. And I consider him to be essential, and I consider his company to be essential, because they are a part of this working economy. But it is just interesting, and in some ways, I think a little bit confusing, why our local government would choose to, keep them working, but then shut down other places, and then you've got Walmarts who are open, but then a lot of the small mom and pop shops are having to close. And of course, they don't even have the overhead that some of these larger companies have, or I'm sorry, not the overhead, but they don't have the extra funding, to be able to really navigate through this kind of crisis. So a lot of these smaller businesses are really suffering, and many will potentially never even be able to reopen, just given how crushing this is to them. So, there is a lot to consider here, and I'm just kind of curious to see what your thoughts are. This is also, I think it's called Mental Health Awareness Month. And for an extrovert like me, I will say that this is mentally challenging to be in quarantine. It is mentally challenging to only be with tiny little humans all day long. I love my kids, but I also love my friends, and I love to, get together with people at church. I love to get together. We've had weddings. My friends have had to cancel weddings and cancel baby showers and all these things that are important things in life. And you could say, well, I don't think that is considered essential. But who are we to determine what is and is not essential? So I think it's something to consider. I think it's something to think about. I'm really, really hoping that soon hairdressers are considered essential again, because man, am I due. But this is just another conversation that's got a lot of different perspectives, and I'm just kind of curious to see what your thoughts are on it. So feel free to comment below. Feel free to share any articles or links that may help contribute to this topic. And I hope whoever you are, wherever you are, and whatever your career is, know that I consider you essential to this great economy, this great nation, and we're rooting for you here at Atlantic Flag and Pole. And certainly anything you can do to support us is always appreciated. You can go to our website, atlanticflagpole.com. We've got a lot of great specials going on. We sell just a variety of excellent products. Our flagpoles and flags are made right here in the great US of A. So it's a great opportunity for you to support a small family business. But I encourage you to do that with businesses in general. You know, if you can find a local place that's doing takeout, or you know, just those mom and pop type shops that really have the potential to go under during this difficult time, I encourage you to go out and support them and spend some money at their business. So anyway, all right, Bethany here with Atlantic Flag and Pole. Again, check us out online. Feel free to hit the notification bell. Feel free to comment below. And I'm really interested to see what your thoughts are on this topic of essential workers. All right, thanks. Until next time.